আমাকে সামলাচ্ছ না।
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you on behalf of ISPaD to this Mother's Day event. So while we're waiting for other mothers and other people coming in, we're just going to have a head start. So I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Priya Dey, and I'm a college student at St. John's University, currently doing my undergrad and pre-med. I'm going to be hosting this event. Thank you, Dr. Dastidar, for helping, for giving me this opportunity. So this event is hosted by ISPaD, and I would like to have Dastidar to come and say a little bit about this organization.
You should tell me about that.
Surprise!
The name speaks for itself. ISPaD is an acronym for Indian Subcontinent Partition Documentation Project. We're trying to document the partition of the Indian subcontinent, which goes back to 1947 as well as 1971. Those were the big events. I'm not going to go into detail about the British and genocide, but this right here is the ISPaD's office space. Fortunately, it has a kitchen too. No, but it's a great place because we have regular meetings here, as well as something like this, which is every month we have an event. And today is to thank our mothers and also the mother of our children. But the number of mothers which are here currently is smaller than perhaps are out going eating and stuff like that. But this is an event which we have on a monthly basis. What I mean by this is an event, we have different events. Like last month, we had CPAs talking about and giving help towards accounting. And there's people, we did I forget what the exact dish was. Pizza. See, everybody else knows except for me. Yeah, you should have had them talk instead of me.
I think you did the most part. He explained briefly what ISPaD was, and that's all I've asked him. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Priya, for hosting this event.
So I'm going to go ahead and introduce what's going on here. We're going to bring up certain people who want to speak about their mothers, who want to share either some stories, a poem they wrote, or
their wives,
or their wives. That could go either ways as well, because we believe that Mother's Day is not just for mothers, it's for women in general. So we actually have a list of people to say, but clearly not everyone's here. So I guess the first people who wants to volunteer, and I want everyone here to at least initiate to volunteer and say something about whether even the mothers could come up and say something how they feel about being either a new mother, or they're going to be a mother, or they already have some children and they want to share how their experience as a mother was. So can I have the first volunteer to come up and share any story they would like?
Maybe I was thinking of Ranjit to say. No, just say something. About your wife. I mean, your good memories. The wife the other day you're sharing with us.
Yeah, before a mother comes, maybe you can.
So to keep this timing short, I would like to keep it brief and really sweet and simple. So please share. What's your name? I'm sorry. Okay, so
Miss. His wife is Binapani.
My mom thinks they are funny.
Yeah, the common name.
মা ছিলেন শিলিগুড়ির মেয়ে, কিন্তু মার কাছ থেকে আমি একটা জিনিস পেয়েছিলাম, পজিটিভ থিঙ্কিং, কোনোদিন কোনো খুব স্ট্রং মাইন্ডেড। কিন্তু কনজারভেটিভ ফ্যামিলি হয়ে নিজে বিয়ে করেছিলাম বলে দীপুকে, ছোটো বোনের বন্ধু, সেইখানেই আমি তখন ব্ল্যাক শিপ হয়ে গেলাম ফ্যামিলি। তখন দেখলাম আমার কোনো উপায় নেই, আমি চলে যাই, ক্যানাডায় চলে গেলাম। কিন্তু আমার স্ত্রী একটা কথা রেখেছিলেন যে কোনোদিন তুমি মা যদি আসা যাওয়া করেন বা কিছু করেন, কোনোদিন কোনো বিরক্ত প্রকাশ করবে না, শুনবে। ভগবান দুটো কান দিয়েছে, একটা মন দিয়ে শুনবে। ও কিন্তু 37 বছর ঘর করেছিলাম, কোনো কিচ্ছু নাই, আনন্দ করে কেটেছি। 3টে ক্লাব করেছি, ক্লাবে যথেষ্ট কাজকর্ম হয়েছে, বাংলা স্কুল চলে। এখন আমার সে আফসোসটা নেই, আমার স্ত্রী নেই, মার সঙ্গে দেখাও হয়নি, কারণ আত্মীয় খবর দেয়নি মা মায়ের। তো যাই হোক, কিন্তু এখন আমি অনেক বেশি ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট হয়ে গেছি। আর রান্নাবান্না জানতাম না, এখন ভালো ভালো রান্না শিখেছি, কন্টিনেন্টাল রান্না, তাহলে তো সুযোগ করে খাওয়াবো,
এখানে একদিন আমরা করবো।
তো এই চলছে। কিন্তু যেটা হয়ে গেছে ওই নিয়ে আর আমি নেই। তবে সমাজসেবা, এই সেবা, সেটা ছোটোখাটোভাবে চলছে এখন যতটা পারি আর কি। এখন সিনিয়র বলে, আর শারীরিক তো অনেক বয়স হয়ে গেছে, এখন অত বিরোধী করা যায় না। তবে এমনিতে মাদার ডেতে আসলে আমার খুব ভালোই লাগে। তবে তার মধ্যে আবার মাকে, স্ত্রীকে মিসও করি, আর কিছু নেই। সকলে মিলে আনন্দ করে থাকি মাদার স্ত্রী।
So round of applause for him. Thank you so much. I guess mothers do have a lasting impression even after they're not here. That's the speciality of mothers. Thank you so much. Can I?
What about, let's ask Deepa.
Deepa and then Shweta.
Yes, please. Let's come up and share a little
Very good.
experience.
That is one word.
Come.
How about you, three or
You have your
kids?
two
Just
kids.
please come up. Something you would like to say about your kids or your experience about being a mother.
Yeah.
Being a mother is a very nice feeling, and also they are very good.
And you get forced up to speak about it.
Are you proud for your children?
Very nice.
You got to verify that.
I have to verify it.
That is their brother.
Proud.
You should proud.
I don't think any mother would say anything.
Wife.
Exactly. Thank you. Have a
Yes,
great
also.
day.
Thank you so much.
বাংলায় ওটা বলে দিন যে তোমার মতন স্বামী 7 জন্ম ধরে পাই।
So, would you, one of you, want to come up and say something about your mother, please?
বল না বল।
There are no kids over here, so come up and say something
Yeah,
about
and
your
tell that when you are so happy for your mother.
I'm gonna ask you a question. One thing you love about your mother, absolutely love. I'm sorry? She's caring. Only to you or both of you? Both? Are you jealous? Does she? No? Usually kids will be jealous. Okay. You want to share one of your favorite memories with her? Up to now, obviously. You can't think of anything yet? So you like everything? You like everything? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you?
So,
Yeah.
My name is Nirmal Bhattacharya. I'm a friend of Sachi from my school days. So anyway, when I got the invitation over here, I talked to my another friend Banerjee. I love to come over here to hear from the mothers, not to tell about the mothers. The reason is, let's start to think. I'm not talking about my own mother or mother of my son, both of whom I lost. But even they're not here, I don't believe, that was the end of everything. They're existing somewhere else according to our philosophical belief in Hinduism. However, let me start with the idea how great this concept of the motherhood. We started, defining, in fact, a few minutes ago we were talking about the religion, faith and all these things. Unique thing of the Hinduism is not that much of belief and faith system, but defining the system. The way we define God, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhatri Rupena Shanastita Namaste Shwai, Namaste Shwai, Namaste Shwai Namo Namah, means the God which we believe exists within the motherhood of everything. That is the God. So what a beautiful, unique sensation of the creation. Is that anything can happen without mother? Any creation could happen, any Big Bang or anything else you can think of, even scientifically, without the concept of mother. So what a beautiful concept. It came in the philosophically. I'm not talking of the religion again. Every religion has a different idea, things like that. But philosophically, it's a unique thing where the mother is coming from. The greatness of mother. And in our own life, we all know how much everybody else, I'm not talking about myself, how much they got from their own mother. If we look back, a lot of things can say, I don't want to spoil that time. But one thing I should say before I sit down, to give my respect to that mother, to my own mother also. Janani Janma Bhavishya Sargadati. This mother is better than going to heaven. And nothing can be compared to this kind of relationship. With all these things in my mind, what I'm going to say also, let's conclude my speech right now, my boring speech right now, is like when I first came here, when I saw the Mother's Day being celebrated, I really enjoyed that concept. Like in India, I didn't know about Mother's Day. We had our mothers. Every day is Mother's Day over there. And the way we used to, born and brought up. But this is very important. We are talking a few minutes ago with you two guys about this kind of thing. Like, we have to relate in our everyday life with this kind of concept. Appreciation, you mentioned that time, is a very important part. But not doing the worshipping or something, but remembering the mother. So for that, we need a particular day, particular time, which is telling mother, even I cannot see you, I'm working someplace else at a distance from you, I'm studying, I cannot, I'm in work, I cannot see you, but I feel I miss you. And that's why I'm sending a card to you. Even that is very, very important. This is more practical than any other kind of appreciation. So that is the Mother's Day.
Thank you so much.
Everybody have it.
Thank you, Mr. Bhattacharya. This kind of brings out that idea of, even though we believe that every day is Mother's Day, there has to be one day where we actually say, look, I'm sorry for all the times I didn't have time to give you, but this is it. So I would just, to spice up a little of this event, I would like to share a poem, very short poem, for my mother and for all the mothers out there.
Where is your mother?
My mother is actually a little sick right now. She's at home. She might be coming, hopefully. Let's see if she's here. She should be. Sometimes I know the words to say to give thanks for all you've done, but then they fly up and away as quickly as they come. Because I think, how could I possibly thank you enough for the one who makes me who I am, the one who owes my life, the forming of my soul? How could I possibly thank a person of that? Are there really any words for this? I find this question tough. Anything I want to say just doesn't seem enough. Because Mom, you're just the best. So I think that this relates to every mother out there.
So, did you write that? Or you're quoting from somebody?
I'm not quoting from anyone. It's actually ideas that I've written down.
So why not send it to ISPaD? So if you have space, we can publish it in the newsletter.
Oh,
Like
thank you so much.
You don't want to say anything about Ma?
No, I'm serious.
আমি খুব sick কিন্তু হ্যাঁ
Thank you so much.
Okay,
So I would
Joyita.
like to call one of these ladies to come and talk about their mother. Would you
Joyita
like to come
called
up?
Tapushuma. Okay. New mother is holding the baby. Let Joyita.
Okay, so we'll call
Joyita
the.
called Tapushuma.
okay I'm just gonna say huh I'm Joyita Dastidar I'm Shivali and Shubhashakti I'm just gonna say a couple of stories I remember from throughout the years or like a photographic memory, the pictures I have in my mind. So one of the first memories I have is a picture of, so Ma and Baba were in school when they had us, and it's a picture of, like I'm a new, like an infant, and I'm sitting in the baby chair, and Ma has like all of her papers all around on the bed because she's working on her thesis and things like that while she's babysitting at the same time. And then at the beginning, actually, Ma and Baba, relatively early on after they had Shuvo, and me as well, had to be kind of long distance for career purposes. So I remember one story that Ma would say was that, so Baba and I were in New York and Shuvo and Ma were in Alabama, in Huntsville, and Ma would call up to New York and she would want to talk to me, and then I would just be like, "Hi, Mama," and then I drop the phone and go running off, and I remember how Ma said that would make her really sad. Otherwise, then after that, in terms of when we were kids, I remember Ma and Baba obviously had very strict kind of academic expectations. So there was one time when we came back from a long trip from India, I was like jet lagged, and I lied about having a test the next day, and then Mom was so like devastated when I brought back a bad grade. I was like, I'm never gonna have a bad grade again. So that like kind of was a formative experience for me. And then
how come you didn't talk about how you ate my GDB at my
because that's not relevant to Mom, but yeah, apparently I did that too. And then as I got older, I would travel a lot or work, do little stints overseas. And then Ma would come and join with me, and we would go travel together. And one of the trips that we did was for Machu Picchu. And Ma was actually the next, she was like twice as old as the next oldest person who did the trip. So everyone was very like proud of Ma and rooted her on, and they were like, "Oh, and you can do it." So everyone was very impressed that Ma was able to do such a rigorous trek.
40 kilometers walking.
Wow.
3.5 days walk.
Yeah, it's like a 4-day trek, and there's you go really steep and things like that.
And she did it.
Yeah, she did it. There were people who had to turn around, but Ma finished it.
Now
so.
I don't think I can do it.
But she did it then. And then now, it's just, Ma always packs the best, yummiest food for me whenever I go home, so I appreciate that. So, I'm really, Shuo and I and Shimula are very lucky to have Ma for our mom.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Shimala, you can hand over baby.
So the new mother maybe would like to say something
Yeah.
of her experience.
I'm grateful to God that I got a new baby and I'm a new mother. I never thought that I will do so much. I used to tell Shu when I was pregnant that I'll never change her diapers. I'm not going to do that, but I don't know. I learned how I learned, and now I want to do it for her. And I'm thankful to both my moms, one in India and a mother here. She is more than my mother-in-law. I think many more homes need mother-in-law like that, who thinks their daughter-in-law not to be their daughter-in-law, but like their own daughter.
So sweet. Your daughter's agreeing with you.
And even I miss her a lot. From her I learned patience, but still I don't have much patience like her. I've seen her walking all day, but still she didn't complain of getting tired. So I should learn all that from my mom. And
Yeah, like you chat.
What about your own mind back home?
That's the
what
same.
she's
Thank you.
You learn from them and she's applying now.
Thank you. I guess it's never too
What
late.
about the two fathers here? Ask them these two fathers.
So one of the two fathers would like to say something about their mothers or their
or,
wives.
or their kid's mother.
Dilip
Okay,
Nath,
that too.
Priya Dey.
So Mr.
Dilip
Dilip Nath, would you
Mr.
like to come
Dilip
in
Nath.
and say something?
না না আসো একটু বলো না তো অত
দিলীপ
বেশি
বাবু আসেন কিছু বলুন।
আরে আসো আসো
আচ্ছা প্রিয় প্রিয় তো
প্রিয়
বলুন,
তো
তারপরে বলুন।
তারপরে বলো।
Thank you. Thank you to allow me to talk first, so you will be the follower. I have nothing to say, but I'm really grateful and to have my, beautiful parents. I mean, one of the out of my parents, I remember a lot of story and things about my mom. To share that, it will pass, I think, days,
One of your
months.
favorite things you like about your mother?
Favorite things, the strictness she applied. I love it, though I didn't love it in the young age.
Yes.
Now I love it. So you ask me serious questions, but which one I hate in the early life, I could say, and because of that, I think I am here. The terrible story I can say, it is a terrible, though my mom would not like, but I am saying, praising her. Once it was a Saraswati Puja in school. So I used to go to school and coming in time. My mom is telling me, you go in time, you come in time. Because I am worried. That time, you know that there was no communication. They want to see their child at home in time. So school finished at 4 o'clock. He expected me about 4:30, by 4:30 at home. So that day, because of the Saraswati Puja, teacher told me to help the decoration. I was keep telling my mom would be really angry. Please allow me to go. You know, don't worry. I will send someone with you so that they will explain to your mom. Their mom is not gentle. Look, my mom is very good, but when he gets angry, only when I disobey her. She's telling, don't worry. So I was helping, and it was very late. But when this 5:30, I told that it is going to be late. So teacher is telling me, go. I'm sending you the other boys, and tell your mom and come back, because it was only 20 minutes walking. So they were coming, and my mom was angry. And he saw that I am late, because he's worried what happened to my child. And when he saw through the window that I am coming late, and also another two naughty boys, and whom I always restrict me not to meet, and my mom went very, very angry. I mean, our angerness went double and triple. So I am thinking, it didn't come to my mind. I know that sometimes in young age we forget a lot of things. So I just walked into my home, and my mom went back. I don't know what is in his hand. So I am going, listen, boy, you sit down in the sitting room. I am going to call my mom and see. And my mom was waiting. He went the other side, is the veranda and side door. As soon as I went cross the door, and he catch my hair, and I started beating me, tush, 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 tush. And, oh my gosh, I didn't have any chance to tell, So, then it went off quickly, his angerness went shortly, and he's telling you boys, you make me angry, and I didn't tell, I told you to come early, and you came with the other two stupid boys. How you dare to meet with them? And I'm telling mom, okay, all right, I will never do the same things. And my mom, then I'm thinking I have to tell those people to leave, So I just started walking into the sitting room. I'm thinking to tell them, and I'm thinking, like coughing, I'm telling, hey. So, and I saw they're not in the room. They're not in the room, yes. And I'm thinking, what? I'm telling mom, I'm coughing and going outside to throw the speaker, something like that. And I saw this boy still running.
Running away from home.
Running away from home, So, this type of strictness my mom did. But, to tell you the truth, all the meetings, I'm telling you, I am the one who became an engineer, and none of the classmates did good result. And I'm proud of my mom, because he did so strict to me. And yes, fortunately I became a professional. I worked in Middle East, Europe, and came to America because of my mom. So I am telling you, there are a lot of story I can say, but she is the one take care of me and loved me. And I am really proud of my mom. So I make it short. Thank you very much to give me a chance. Thank you.
So Mr. Dilip Nath, you need to come on, because everyone clearly said something.
Everybody is sharing their ideas.
How many did you get?
Actually, what I don't think I got beaten up by mom. I happen to be, on my mother's side, I happen to be only boy. My mom actually never went to school.
Sure, you should say.
She never knew what is education like. But,
Did she ever stop you from?
no, but I think whatever that she had, she understood one thing, that you change life, you need to have education. I don't know where she got that. And I still recall till today, growing up in a village where we didn't have electricity because hurricane lamp was used most part of the night. And she stood by me to complete my homework. Whether she had no idea what his homework is, but she knew that as long as I was sitting on the table and reading, I was doing something right. And she would do that not only one day, but every day, and until I completed my 10th grade, and then I came here. And that really kept me who I am and who I became today. I am truly proud of her, what she has done, and I also wanted to pay my homage to all the moms. They are just truly wonderful. We don't take every day to thank them enough what they do. Without them, whether it is who we are as an individual, as a community, as a country, I think everything that evolved, made a better person, better society, it has to do with the mother. And I'm a firm believer of that. I just want to pay my tribute today as we celebrate Priya Day. Congratulations again for all the mothers, and thank you for what you do every day. Okay?
Thank you so much.
What?
ওর মা এসেছে ও তোমার মা এসেছে even she
Vina, you will be next. Be prepared. Namaskar সবাইকে, to celebrate this great event, to tell about my mother. I lost my mother when I was very young, so my memory is very limited, but who raised me is my oldest sister. And because of her, as Dilip said, I am here. She was against the whole family when I got admission to Presidency College from Midnipur to Presidency College, Kolkata. It's a big thing. So she took the challenge. My father was very reluctant to send me to Kolkata. And she said, okay, forget it, I am taking the responsibility. And then I did all my studies because of her. And she sacrificed her life. Although she studied, she had 3 master's degree, but she was hardly 18 years old, 8th grader, and she took care of the whole family. And my oldest brother was a medical doctor. He was going to medical school in Kolkata, so he was totally untouched, and she raised the whole family. So I miss her a lot, and that's how we raised. So we thank the mother and the oldest sister.
Thank you so much. I think Mother's Day is not just for mothers, it's whoever we put as our mother. It could be anyone. It could be anyone. So if anyone else like to say anything up here? So I said my part. You just have to say your part now.
She already made a nice poem. Who's already
Can you read that again for her?
Okay, so I wrote a poem, not just like for all mothers in general. I said, sometimes I know the words to say to give thank you for all you've done, but then they fly up and away as quickly as they come. Because I think, how could I possibly thank you enough to the person who makes me who I am, the one who I owe my life to, the forming of my soul? Then I wonder, are there really any words for this? I find this question tough. Anything I want to say just doesn't seem enough. Just all the thank you, I just can't thank you enough. Because if I say thank you, I don't think it's enough to say thank you. It's just not. So, yeah.
It's nice.
Very nice.
You want to say that louder? She said something?
Give her a hug. I said, yeah.
I'm very proud of my daughter. Thank you. My favorite memory of her is that she yells at me every 2 minutes when I just don't finish my studies. I mean, I would sit around and do homework all day, like 5 hours, and I come home, Mom, I'm tired. You're tired? You don't study at all?
That's the part of affection.
Yeah, it's just how she shows her love. What do you want to say, Mom?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Namaskar. Actually, I remember my mom every day. I cannot explain that how she is. She struggled with
Well, her mom is back in Bangladesh. She's not here now, and she hasn't seen her mom in quite a number of years now. That's why she's getting a little emotional for it.
Okay, Dina.
Say about something, Rima. Yeah. Thing, what you remember.
She just wants to see her mom.
Okay.
I miss my mom
Okay.
already.
Okay.
If I don't talk her, single day, I feel I miss something. I have to say at least hello to my mom. That's it. And she's waiting for me for my call. If I don't call her one day, she get upset, and I feel that I miss big things.
Okay, Mom. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. It's okay, Mom. You'll talk to her. She talks to her mom every day.
Every day I say, Mama, and she's
It's gonna be fine. Thank you,
You're
Mom.
lucky that you have them to see.
I have a normal password. Thank you.
ওটা কেউ কিছু বলবে?
Anyone else like to say
Let me
anything?
share something.
Oh yes, the main person in this event.
Now, I'm Soposhachi Dastidar. It's nice to welcome you, but also see that event has happened to be more really personal than I thought common events can be, because we see quite a few people very emotional. So that means it has connected with other people. So let me start with something Nirmal, what Judge just said. I didn't realize, not until I came here and became little bit aware of our culture, did you realize that in Bengal particularly, all our festivities are with the mother. Father stays backstage. Our pujas are celebrating with Ma Durga, Ma Kali, Ma Saraswati, Ma Lakshmi. Though we never had any money, but still these are our main festivities. Shitola. Occasionally Baba Shiv has come, but not as a very powerful symbol, but as a powerful person. I would say really, in Bengal we have been raised as a society where mothers have tremendous influence, and in the speech from very other people have shared that. Now, when I said to my secretary, Laura, that we are going to have Mother's Day, she immediately asked me to remind something I said to her. She said, I still remember that story you told me every time I think about my mother, which is, to a mother, a child, it doesn't matter how old you are, you're always a child. So here it was in the 60s, we were in Calcutta. I was in my probably 50s, and we had two teenagers, Joit and Shubho. So in the evening, as you know, we have this mosquito net. So it's on top of, it's a bed, and then we can hang. So all of a sudden I see my mother running into the room and says, Sachi, let me fix it. Since she jumps into the bed, I said, Ma is already in her 80s there. I said, Ma, we will do it. No, you cannot do it. You have to leave her. She goes and I said, no, Joy, the Shubho can do it. but she's short, you know, but she's raising her hand to put that age on a hook, and she keeps doing it. She keeps saying, no, 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 you'll get hurt. And so here she's in her 80s, and she thinks I'm still the baby that I was 50 years ago. My mother, incidentally, was a very talented person, very talented person. She stood first in Chhatravritti, which was a big deal in Bengal in 1910s. So this is a certificate we have. It was a very big deal. The deputy governor is writing to my mother saying, "Dear Madam, His Excellency is very glad to hear your result," and signed Deputy Governor General from Calcutta. So, and she had a gold medal, and which
From Calcutta?
She's from, I think this one is from, she was then in Madaripur, but she was married, another body হচ্ছে বরিশাল, but she was in there. And then she had a really, she got married when 12, 13, very young. But then she went back into her parents in Madaripur. At that day and age, when she had two babies already and she was going to finish her high school, all the Muslims would call bad names. Many Hindus would call bad names, either Christian or even worse, you are Brahmo. That you are going to school when you have two kids, and you are going to appear for an exam. And so she did, and she passed in first class with the highest mark in Bengali. So in the Bengal board, which is a very big deal, and so she was given a silver medal, which I think she gave it to one of my nephews. Her family was very politically active. They spent, my grandfather was an attorney, and my uncle, he retired as a top journalist in India, but they spent 17 years behind bars just for saying Vande Mataram. So my grandmother, grandfather, and two uncles. But so they were very active, and she was a very, very big pillar in our family. And I give credit, of course, for me, because when we were in Calcutta as a refugee, whole family couldn't send everybody to school, because one was in engineering school, one was in medical school, and she taught me up to grade 4. So grade 5, first time I went into school, and way back when I was talking to Joy, and she all of a sudden, she says, "Oh, you're homeschooled for 4 years." In India, we didn't have the term, homeschool. So I told them, listen, she must not have done a bad job. After all, I'm here. So I entered school in 5th grade with my oldest brother took me to the school for exam. But let me tell you, as Shefali mentioned some other event, Shefali's mother passed away when she was a toddler. What I call is secondary death, casualty of partition. They fled to Midnapur, and there was nobody to look after her, and she died, and her sister became the mother of the family. So, all along I have seen her carrying a little, 2x2 passport size photos of her father and mother on two sides of a folding thing. So I didn't tell her, so I found there was somebody who could make enlarge it and paint it. So I found an Indian in rural park whom I gave it to him, and he did for both of them. So what is Mother's Day or for birthday, I forget, I gave her a surprise. And my surprise was, she opened up and she started crying. I said, "I never knew that you even knew her mother." She said, "Oh, that's my mother, that's my mother." So it's still in our house. So that's a very, very moving experience for me, because somebody who probably have seen the mother when she was 3, 4, something like that, and this is after 50 years or more. later on, and all she had was a little tiny thing. But it seems in her memory though, it was there. The image was there of the mother. So
Very clear.
when she saw the picture, she started crying. Oh, that's good. So thank you for all for coming. So let us have a wonderful day. No, there are others, Yeah.
Do you want to say something?
So afterwards, we have tea and snacks. So this one.
I just wanted to, since it looks like nobody else is going to be coming up to say anything. Oh, she is coming up? Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to thank Priya for hosting this event. Well, no, I didn't know.
One of you want to come and end this thing?
Okay.
No? So, you want to come and say something about your mom to end this event? No, I'm talking to Shubhada.
So, I'm very known by my mother now. Okay. আমি বাংলাতে বলবো নাকি ইংরেজিতে? আচ্ছা, আমার মা হচ্ছে দারুণ। আর কি বলবো, সবাই জানে আমার মাকে।
আমার মা।
আমি প্রণাম করে দিই।
It's so sweet.
Okay.
And whatever I don't do, now my wife compensates for me. And if not, and before that, Dili used to compensate for me.
Thank you so much. So we're going to give all the mothers flowers and then
Acha, as we get ready for, let me tell you a few things. Please mark your calendar on Father's Day, which is 21st of June. We'll have an event on mothers. No, we were supposed to have it today, but we didn't. So, Professor Judith Watts has authored a book. She has authored many books, but she has recently authored a book on 19th century Hindu women, 18th and 19th century Hindu women in India. So we'll have a book reading. So do invite you guys to come. অন্যদের বলবেন আসতে এবং so we'll have reading from the book and question and answer. এটা হচ্ছে 21 জুন, that's the Father's Day. So সেই রোববার ওটা 2 to 4. আমি আগে বলেছিলাম ওনাকে আজ বলতে because it's a but
ওটা এক্স্যাক্টলি ওইদিনই ফাদার্স ডে।
yeah
আমি উইকেন্ডে করতে পারি না, তাহলে বা ফ্রাইডে noon
না বললে next one we'll do because I asked her Friday, Saturday,